281 మనం కంప్లీట్ చేస్తేమి.
Okay. See, now when Prahlada has given a good instruction to all his colleagues and classmates and people after the demise or after Hiranyakasipu, his father, was done with by Mahavishnu in the form of Narasimha, then he realized a bhakta par excellence, but still a boy, but he was given the Pattabhishekam. So to make him sit on the throne, Indra and all the gods were present and his Pattabhishekam took place, and then he started giving instruction to all the colleagues and people the realities of life, realities of samsaram. And he also advised that Padaravinda Rajasa Pradadehinam Ekantikanam Bhagavataha Tadanginchananam Gnanantat Ekakilam Duravapamahu Narayana Narasakaha. See, Narayana is not enemy to God, enemy to everybody. He is a friend of human beings, which factor Hiranyakasipu did not realize. He took Narayana as his enemy, and so he had that difference. But one should understand he is a friend. He is not a harmer, because he will give you the Duravapa Moksham. He will give you emancipation, which is hard to get. Then Narada comes and gives advice that the Swarnakara, that is the Hemakara or the goldsmith, will find gold in the stone. And again, so like that, only in the Kshetras, through yoga, you will understand the Mahima of the Kshetras. In the same manner, anybody becoming Atma Yogi, he will be able to understand the importance of the body. And he will, through the body, he will be able to go on the pathway to Brahma and reach the goal. But that's why Brahma Gatim Labheta. What is the object in life? It is only to find out the national highway to reach the Brahma. Other all ways are temporary. But Brahma, and only when Atma Gnana is there, we will be there. So he goes on, and in the 181 sloka, he says that Dehastu Sarvasanghataha Jagatasthuhu iti dvida atra eva mrugyaha purushaha na iti etat sattvajan. So this is the formula which Shankaracharya also promoted. That's exactly what is called Netivada. Because tapasa brahma vijignasasva tapo brahmeti annam brahmeti vyajanat. The Guru said, no. Anandam. Ultimately, he realized Anandam is Brahma. And otherwise, it is called Brahma Anandam. So all Anandas are temporary, short-lived. That we see very well in a child. You are a child, you give one toy, it finds so happy and plays for only a few seconds and minutes, and throws the toy and again comes and cries for another toy. That is samsara. But our Narada is telling that kind of liking, disliking, throwing does not happen in respect of your Adhyatma Vidya and also Brahmagati and Brahmaikyata. And only here he says that Atraiva Mrugyaha Purushaha. There is no postponement. After retirement, I will come and sit before you, sir. I learn all Veda mantras. Nothing. Who knows what happens when? Even in chemistry also we try. So what happens when is always the quest. That's exactly what you call as Mrugyaha. Mruga means that which is hunted after. Hunting is really a tough job. You should be very bold, you should be strong, you should be alert. So Kalidasa, for example, Mrugana, if you want to catch a Mruga, how should you be like? He says that me that cheda krusodaram bhavati Vedacheda Krusodaram Laku Bhavatyuthana Yogyam Vapuhu Satvanam Abhidrusyate. Like that, he goes on telling. When Dushyanta went for hunting, every day, he would be really eligible for discharging the duties of Kshatriya. That is, in case of emergency, they must be ready to fight the war. They cannot postpone war. So like that, Mrujyate is to search after. Atraiva means when you are having life in the body, that is the only occasion when you can explore these Narayana pursuits. Beautiful kadamma. See, Mrujya, eppudo chestamo, emo chestamani, we always want to postpone. But postponement is good, but it will not work well. That's what. Na, adu etla cheyali, how to do it? Na. And Tyaga should be there. And in next to 282 sloka, Chapandi, Buddhe Jagaranam.
Buddher Jagaranam. Buddher Jagaranam.
Swapna Sushuptiriti Vrittayaha.
Swapna Sushuptiriti Vrittayaha. Swapna Sushuptiriti Vrittayaha.
Ayenaivanubhuyante.
Ayenaivanubhuyante. Tayenaivanubhuyante.
So Adhyakshaha Purushaha Paraha.
So Adhyakshaha Purushaha Paraha. So Adhyakshaha Purushaha Paraha.
So now it's a beautiful idea. I also get some idea. What is sleep? Nidra ante enti? Nidra, for what it is Nidra? That Nidra or sleep is for the buddhi, the mind, but which you have got. And that mind or buddhi has three stages: Jagaranam, Swapnam, and Sushupti. Vrittayaha means conduct. So the buddhi conducts itself in three manners. One is wakeful, dream status, and then absence of the dream and Sushupti. But all people normally undergo all these three stages in the sleep. That is, buddhi is sent into sleep. And in the sleep, buddhi undergoes. That's why psychologists, I think, define sleep to be, dream to be, the dream is the language of mind. And whatever subconscious things staying inside your deep down my brain or buddhi, that sometimes comes up. That's only dream. Because sleep is the only occasion when you can realize what you are. If we prepare Anu is there. So if we prepare a diary,
yes, uncle.
Dream diary, Swapnam diary would rayali. Ma chinnapadi nunchi rasevani, ippudu ee madhya somatram vachi modilesa. Nowadays I am not writing, but dreams and dreams. But you should write such dreams which you remember long, in spite of your age and growth and time, all that. You remember those dreams which you got earlier. So those dreams which you remember, you make a register, you register them in a diary. If not done, start. But most of the dreams that you go through in the night, during sleep, what you call, you will forget the moment you open your eyes. Absolutely clean head. You don't remember at all. But only there is select dreams which you remember and which you share and which you will be able to get. So that is what is called Swapna. And in Sushupti, even the mind goes to sleep. That is, no more feelings and emotions and things like that. You don't know that Sushupti state. And actually, that real Sushupti, everybody goes through. And it is a very short while, say about 90 minutes or something less than that. The old people cannot go to 90. Youngsters go to 90 and more also, because of number of reasons. That's why these are all the mind, the behavior of the mind, behavior of the body, behavior of the mind, These are two things. So the body is just a tool, but mind is operator, I think so. So the operating system is the mind in the body. But Purushaha ta eva anupuyante. Kamalagaru 280 slokam. See, Purusha, anybody, any human being born will undergo all these three things. But Paraha Purusha Adhyakshaha Bhavati. Understand? So Paraha Purusha is Narayana. He will be the president, presiding over the sleep. All the three stages is something like if there are 4 speakers, 1 chairman, this chairman cannot talk anything. He has to listen to the talks by the 3 fellows compulsorily. Yenaya, ನನ್ನ president ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದೆಯಾ ತುಂಬಾ ಟೈಮ್ ಇರಬೇಕು ನಾನು ಅನೇ ಮಹಾನ್ ಭಾವರು ಉన్నారు. Because if there are 4 speakers, he has to listen to all the 4 speeches. And then only he will get a chance. Sometimes he may not get at all. So that's what is our experience now. Every now and then when we make people chairman. But still depends. So like that, Adhyaksha Purusha Paraha. Or Paraha Purusha Adhyaksha. So no doubt everybody goes through all these 3 stages of the mind when he goes to rest. But the Parapurusha is conscious of all these things and able to narrate all that. It is just like Krishna telling in Bhagavad Gita, Yem Chaptadena, Bahuni Janmani Gatani, Tava Mamacha, Tanyaham Veda, Natvam Veda, antaru. That is, both of us, and before that is a Janma Karma Cha Me Vidhi, antaru. He says all our life is connected with 2 things, Janma, Karma. So, oka karma ke oka janma, inkoka karma ke inko janma. So, probably like that, many karmas in one janma you cannot become. You will either become an engineer or a doctor or a scholar or a lawyer. You can't become a lawyer and doctor, is it not? Generally, it is hard. Our interests vary. And so, one MA, one master of degree or some. So, that is why we are all Purushas. We cannot have past mastership in almost all branches of learning. So, Janma Karma cha me vidhi. And even Krishna Janma and Karma also is focused. That's what he understands. He wants to tell that. So, Bahuni Janmani Gatani, Mama Atitani. I have spent already so many Janmas. I remember all my previous births. For example, Krishna, when he met his mother, and mother complained, what is this boy? For 13, 14 years, you are coming to see me. I saw you when small infant. Why you have done like that? That's what Devaki questioned and demanded. Answer from Krishna. Krishna said, Amma, I am not responsible. You are only responsible. In my Rama Avataram, you sent me 14 hours. You are Kaikeyi. So you only got me separated with you, and it's a karma. I got to do something. Like that whenever I got, because Garbhavasa for Mahavishnu is only a limited time. Only first 4 avatars are not Garbhavasa. They are Udbhava Murtis. They did not go through the womb of the mother. No, but only 5th and 6th and so on, avatars, there is that kind of birth. Like that, the mother's intervention. Therefore, here, then he says, I remember, you don't remember. So, but then, because Krishna said like that, then Amma demanded one more thing. Before you, so many babies are born. I had no opportunity at all to see them. By the time I just opened my eye, the baby was done with by Kamsa, my brother. So I want to see them all. Krishna being a Madhava, he said, okay, Ma, Matru Runam, because Krishna did not keep anybody's Runams, including Guru Runam. Therefore, we call him a Sampurna Avatara. Kali is opposite of Krishna. And therefore, we are all having all the differences and sins and all that. But Kalki Avatara is different, something like East and West. In West, during this season, our skin gets dry. In East, our skin gets wet with because of the weather. A lot of sweating is there. In coastal areas, sweating is there. Your body will get wrenched, but your body here, skin gets dried up. So even in weather also, that kind of difference is being shown, is it not? So when practically weathers are like that, then what to speak of the other things? So buddhi, that's why we always have got to educate the buddhi, elevate the buddhi, culture the buddhi, and civilize the buddhi also, is it not? So when you are giving education to buddhi, normally the buddhi will help you if it is positive education. And therefore, this slokam is so good that he is giving us beautifully the behavior of the mind. What you call sleep is not that, but you have to go through these three stages. But generally, people dream whole night and then get up and say that, oh, I could not get. But there are some people, yogins, who really get into sushupti for a while and then get up. They are getting up at 3:30, 4 o'clock and go to Ganga for bath and do a lot of yoga. How they are able to do it? Because Yanisha Sarvabhutanam Tasyam Jagarti Sanyame. Telskadamma? Yasyam Jagarti Bhutani. So that time when people are sleeping, yogins are wakeful. Where yogins are wakeful, people are sleeping. So this is the Maya that Purusha goes through two ways. That's why people are very careful. That's why we have to elevate ourselves. Yanisha Sarvabhutanam Tasyam Jagati. So like that. Now 296 Chapandi. Anu Chapama Soham Vikathamanasya.
Soham vikattamanasya. Soham vikattamanasya.
Siraha Kaya Ardhara Kayadharamite.
Sir, we are 283 or 4, uncle.
Oh, I'm sorry. I skipped
283.
Yeah, thank you.
Vyaktam janma.
Parasya Gurunas, I mean, yeah,
Vyaktam. Vyaktam janmatya yo vyakta.
283. Yes. Vyaktam jan, no, there is another line which I did not read. Parasya nirgunasyapi.
Parasya nirgunasyapi. Parasya nirgunasyapi.
Gunasangada nirvrutihi.
Gunasangada nirvritihi. Gunasangada nirvritihi.
Vyaktam janmatyayo vyaktaha.
Vyaktam janmatyayo vyaktaha. Vyaktam janmatyayo vyaktaha.
Shayanenyeha sasnaswataha.
Sayanenyeha naswataha. Sayanenyeha naswataha.
Yathagrahagrasta iva.
Yatagrahagrasta iva. Yatagrahagrasta iva.
Kochidhas asatya akradanti.
Kvachit asatya kradante. Kvachit asatya kradante.
Dhyayati vandate janam.
Dhyayati vandate janam. Dhyayati vandate janam.
Muhu swasan vakti hare.
Muhu shvasan bhakti hare. Muhu shvasan bhakti hare.
Jagatpatehe.
Jagatpatehe. Jagatpatehe.
Narayana iti atmamatihi.
Narayana iti atmagatihi. Narayana iti atmagatihi.
Atmamatirgatatrapaha.
Atmagatirgatatrapaha. Atmagatirgatatrapaha.
Atmamatirgatatrapa.
Oh, here Atma Oh, Atma Gati, it is written. Atma Gati.
Atma Mati. Is there no Mati?
No, Atma Gati is there.
So
It
you
is
just
Mati.
add
Okay.
Atma Matir Gata Trapa. Add please Mati there. Atma Matir Gata Trapaha. Atma Matir Gata Trapaha. I just
Yeah.
Atma Gati, Atma Matir Gata Trapaha.
Atma Matir Gata Trapaha. Atma Matir Gata Trapaha.
Tada Puman Muktaha.
Tada Puman Muktaha. Tada Puman Muktaha.
Samasta Bandha. Samasta Bandha.
Samasta Bandha. Samasta Bandha.
Tadbhava Bhavanukruta Shayakritihi.
Tadbhava Bhavanukrita Shaya Kritihi. Tadbhava Bhavanukrita Shaya Kritihi.
Nirdagdha Bijanusayaha.
Nirdagdha Bijanushayah. Nirdagdha Bijanushayah.
Mahiyasa Bhakti Pravahena.
Mahiyasa Bhakti Pravahena. Matiyasa Bhakti Pravahena.
Sametya Dhotshajam.
Sametya Dhokshajam. Samepya Dhokshajam.
Bhagavata is a very important text which will just give us elevation, which will give us the pathway, how best we can see the world and think of the impermanence of the world, and the time is there, but the time cooks us away, makes us away to head out. And the same time probably will again bring us back home. So this time is playing. Kalaha gacchati kridati ayuhu. As Shankara said, Kala is a pravaha and ayusu is only a sport for an hour or two or so. Sport can never be 24 hours. Games are not for 24 hours. It is only with a lot of intermittence is there. Like that, here also we have so much of knowledge given by Bhagavatam. That's why it's called Vedanta Grantha. And also Bhagavatam is called as the Hamsa Samhita. Hamsa Samhita means Hamsa has got a wonderful feature. It is able to dive, find out, take out the milk in the water, separating the water. So to separate water and milk is not at all easy, because water mixes in milk very quickly and assumes the color of the milk. And even one drop of milk in water changes the color of the water. Kadamma Saraswati. So that is the nature of the milk. But there is only one bird. That is in samsaram, everything looks attractive. Everything is so attractive that you want to possess it. You want to own it. And you don't want to distribute. Kadamma. So if you go to a shop, everything in shop you cannot dislike. Ayyo, idi baagundi, adi baagundi, idi inka baagundandi, danikante idi baagundi. We are only gripped by the comparisons. And there is no limit for comparisons there. Otherwise, the shop wala cannot make a business. So he has to make that like that. Here, there is a guna sangada. We have got the contact with the qualities. And ee guna anedi etvanti gunam ante, it may be durgunam or sugunam. See, parasya nirgunasyapi. Though people have got good qualities and bad qualities, but nirvrutihi vyaktam. So if you adopt Narayana Smriti and Bhakti, you will just try to get relieved of that kind of guna sangatam. Gunamulu ఉన్నంత వరకు మనం సంతోషంగా ఉండలేము. ఆయన కాఫీలో చక్కెర వేసి ఇవ్వాలండి, అనేది ఒక గుణము. చక్కెర లేకపోతే తాగరు. Like that, anything we can talk about it. Vyaktam. And janmachyaha vyaktaha shayanaha iha nasvataha. So janmachyaha vyaktaha. Whether you have gunasangada, whatever it is quite certain that you will be getting away from the janma. Achaya ante maripovam. You have to transfer. You can't remain a woman, you can't remain a man when once you die. In Bhagavata, somewhere I was reading, there is no question. Yesterday what I was reading, I don't know. I was explaining, Svetasvatara Upanishad. Interesting. The last portion of Svetasvatara Upanishad says, there, for the sake of moksham, for sake of religious program, no gender, nothing matters. What matters is your netivada. Ayo, I am a woman, how can I do my Sandhya Vandanam? Or I am a man, how can I do the Gauri Puja? This kind of things will be occur to all people, is it not? Gauri, ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಸಾಮೆತೆ ಒಂದಂడి, ಕಮಲ ಗಾರು, ಗಂಡಸರಿಗೆ ಗೌರಿ ದುಃಖ ಅಂತ. ಎಷ್ಟು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದೆ ಅದು. ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಸೋ ಗುಡ್. ಗಂಡಸರಿಗೆ ಗೌರಿ ದುಃಖ, ಮಗವಾಳಕ್ಕೆಂದು ಗೌರಿ ಗುరించి ದುಃಖ. There's a lot of meaning there. So like that, people are being guided in the normal samsaric life. So janmachayo vyaktaha shayanaha iha nasvataha. So when he will not die, he will not end up his life at his will. It is only Bhishma who can, or some such people. Even Parashurama, means this Aswathama, is asked to remain live, suffering in the Himalayas, but ultimately after some kind of period, then only he can think of moksha or relieving the body. For the simple commit that Bhruna Hatya, he killed the Upapandavas. And again, in 284, we have got a beautiful behavior, and how we swerve ourselves from the behavior. For example, yatha agraha grastaha. Agraha is kopam. Anybody who is gripped by the anger, Kochit asatyaakrandanti dhyayanti vandate janam. So out of anger, when people are so angry and rash, only not with the full heart, they will follow that angry man, they worship the angry man, they salute the angry man. కోపములు దబాయి అరుస్తూ ఉంటే ఏం చేస్తాం ఒక్కోసారి? అది వాట్ ఇస్ దట్ కాల్డ్? అసత్యాహ. క్వచిత్ అసత్యాక్రందంతి. సో అండ్ ముహు శ్వసన్ వక్తి. బట్ ఇదే ఇఫ్ యూ keep repeatedly say the word Jagatpate Narayana, and if at all you want to say the name of Narayana, Jagatpati, what should get away from you? Trapa. Trapa ante siggu. Siggu ante you feel really great. You need not utter when Guru is telling that. Adi trapa and agraha, these are the two things which will mar the person. Kopamu, siggu. Siggu ante trapamu ante adu rakamayనటువంటి garvam. It's also a kind of pride in him. False pride we call it. So trapaha, agraha, so ee reetiga untundi. Therefore muhu swasan vakti hare, when once these two things are relieved from us, then he will say again and again, muhuhu, muhuhu. Muhu means again. So again and again, he takes the deep breath and says, Vakti utters. Yavanantadu Hare, Jagatpate, Narayana. These are the three names. Hara. Hare means he is the remover of all sins, all doshas, all karmas, all sins. So Papaharaha, that's why the Haratvam is there. That's why Hari. And not only Hari, but how can he get that eligibility? Because Jagatpati he is. Nobody can overrule him. Everybody are under the rule of Paramatma, under the directive of Paramatma. And so if you are coming to India, I'm just having one complaisance. Ayo, ikkada baagunde, akkada raavadam kastame anpistundi okkosari. Kani, it is directive by the Paramatma and Parameswara. I should go and see Saraswati and art. So how long you can be disappearing? How can you be electronic? You should be physical. When opportunity, health, and other things are there, work is there. Chala, thanks. I'm very much thankful to you. You have sent your 2 mails. I forwarded to that, and then we'll work it out. After all, so we have got agraha and trapa. These are the 2 things which deter people. Are the detergent. కోపంలో ఉన్నప్పుడు దేవుని పూజ చేయడం అంటే ఇంకొంచెం కోపం చేసుకుంటారు మనుషులు. ದೇವ್ರ ಪೂಜೆ ಮಾಡೋ, ಸಂಧ್ಯಾವಂದನ ಮಾಡೋ, ಸ್ಮರಣೆ ಮಾಡೋ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಿನ್ ಬುದ್ಧಿ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಏನ್ ಮಾಡತ್ತೆ అని చెప్పేవాళ్ళు ఉన్నవాళ్ళు బోల్డ్ మంది ఉన్నారు. కాకుండా when you have got see atmamati gataha, gatatrava, atmamati antaru. Atmamati is self knowledge, self behavior, and nobody can touch yourself. నా ఇష్టం, నేను ఇష్టం వచ్చి చేస్తాను. Who are you to tell? Is it not? If that kind of stock is there, how can you mend the fellow? There are hundreds of people who are not ready to listen to the advice. నాకు బుద్ధి ఉందిలే, నీకు చెప్పక్కర్లేదు, నీకంటే ఎక్కువ ఉంది బుద్ధి. This kind of talk is often seen from people. So the Paramatma should try to operate his grace upon the Atma Buddhi of people. That too, Atma Buddhi in a sense that, Atma Mati, in a sense that it should be a positive opinion. When you have negative opinion, your own stubbornness or that, when you talk, they get more irritated, annoyed, and they destroy things. Therefore, Krishna, or I mean rather Sukha Maharshi is very well telling, Atmamati ఏమైపోవాలి? Trapaha gataha. Understand? So gataha trapaha, that means the trapa, whatever is sticking to our body, all that must completely erased. In Bhagavatam, Krishna gives us a beautiful idea. My dear Buddhava, you try to get rid of whatever possible karmas are there, you can get rid of, but still some karma will be sticking to you when you leave the body. And that kind of wholesale cleaning, total cleaning, I will do it. I give grace marks. If you get 30 marks, I will give 5 marks more and pass you. That is what is Krishna's statement. That's very important for us because we cannot completely make cleaning. Saraswati told, manual cleaning is different from machine cleaning. We don't know. We can't trust. Even machine cleanings are hopeless. Then you have to interfere and say that. Because we are seeing here that manual cleaning, which you put when you sit and then clean with your cloth, that will be better shining than the machine doing all those things, because some particles still left out. So it's only our belief that machine does better. After all, machine is the outside projection of human mind only. The computer is nothing but a portion of the human brain outside. Therefore, computer memory is limited, while human brain memory is unlimited. Ikkademo MB, ikkada MB count ledu. So our human brain is so much that it can retain so much of knowledge. And if it is in computer, it becomes a demon mail. It will go back to the fellow or it will fall into the dead letter office. Oh, I sent mail, not happened. No, my mailbox is full, overflowing. Like that, here, see, ఒక్కొక్క పదాన్ని తీసుకున్నామంటే, if you take each word, how much explanation is there. That's exactly why the Bhagavatam is a huge book. 18,000 slokas, if you start commenting on 18,000 slokas, it's a lifetime job. Even then, as we are doing commentary, people will disappear. So that is the extent of it. So Atma Mati, Emaipovali, Agraha and Trapa. For Atma Buddhi, the kopam and feeling personal air, English lo antaru kadandi, Trapa ante personal air. అంటే కొంతమందికి ఒక రకమైనటువంటి పొగురు ఉంటుంది. ఆ పొగురు కనిపిస్తూ ఉంటుంది వాళ్ళ మాటల్లో, వాళ్ళ చేష్టల్లో, వాళ్ళ యొక్క బిహేవియర్లో కనిపిస్తూ ఉంటుంది. కొత్తగా వచ్చిన కోడళ్ళుగా వచ్చిన అమ్మాయిలతో కనిపిస్తుంది అట్లాంటివంతా. All parents-in-law have got lot of complaints. Very few daughters-in-laws are very good, but most of the daughters-in-laws are very hopeless. And అది ఎందుకంటే ఆత్మమతి is there. And that Atma Buddhi, that's why Shankaracharya, Shankaracharya says, Atma Buddhi Sukham Chaiva. When you have cultured your mind, you will hold responsibility for your own Atma Mati. Na karma, ne ala anukunnam chesanu tappayindi anukuntam. Ala tappayindi anedi matiki vachinatuvanti trapa removal. But what is that Atma Gata Trapa indicated? You have to remember Vakti, Hare, Jagatpate and Narayana. In the next slokam, you see 285, and Tada Puman Muktaha. When once you utter constantly Hare, Jagatpate, Narayana, then what you will be? Muktaha. You will become relieved of these things. What is this? Samasta Bandhaha. There are so many nooses, ties are there. The same is there in Svetastra Upanishad. Svetastra Upanishad, you can read to teach you. I think I should tell Meena, Svetastra, Baba, we could not have a time for her. She wanted right from Thursday a time. Anyway, so ikkada samasta bandhaha and tat bhava anukruta asaya akritihi. ఎంత బాగుంది చూసారా? సో మన ఆకృతి అంటే మన బిహేవియర్, మన అపియరెన్స్. వాట్ ఈస్ దేర్ ఇన్సైడ్ అవర్ మైండ్ దట్ యు షో ఇన్ ది ఫేస్. If you are given some food, immediately your face will turn, whether joy or dislike. That's why it is said face is the index of man. And man and fish smell very easily, quickly. And ఇలాంటి ఇంగ్లీష్ సామెతలు ఉన్నాయి. So English proverbs, because they talk about it. And again in English, another one, supposing small portion bit is given for eating, what is this? It is neither fish nor flesh. So these are proverbs. People are not my professor used to say, it is neither fish nor flesh. So it doesn't quench your thirst, hunger. Like that, tad bhava anukruta ashaya akriti. So what is our appearance? What is our appearance? Our appearance depends upon bhava. What is that? Thought, the basic thought. And bhavanukruta, and your appearance will be according as your thought, whether you like or dislike or ignore or like. So bhava anukruta. Asaya means aspiration. So your appearance will show the aspiration, how you desire, like. So tad bhava, that's why bhavani bhavana gamya bhavaranya kutharika. That's what Lalita Parameswari. Bhavani annappudu bhavani dasye tvam. In Saundarya Lahari, Shankaracharya says, anybody who says who utters the word bhavani, she loves that word, because she is the monitor of thoughts in everybody. According as her desire or her directive, the mind will be working. That's what Lalita Sahasranamam tells. And even Shankaracharya attests this. And all other people confirm that. So Bhavani Dase, Amma, you are hundreds of names are there for Lalita, Durga, or Devi Adishakti Swarupini. Out of so many names, Bhavani is ticked green, always glowing green. That means she is the monitor of the thought, and thought is man, and man is thought. Otherwise, Vang me manasi pratisthita, mano me vachi pratishthitam. So you make a prayer to gods that let you protect my mind and my speech. So sarva bandhat mukta. When you are mukta, you become different personality. When you are happy, that personality is different. And also then what more? In second line you see, nirdagdha bija anusayaha mahiyasa bhakti pravahena adhotshajam sameti. So nirdagdha bija. So the root for that kind of feelings is being removed or burnt down. Then bhakti mahiyasa bhakti. The bhakti or devotion is mahiyasa, is highly influential. So the bhakti is influential. That influential bhakti, what would happen? It's a pravaha. Bhakti is not at all stagnant. Bhakti is continuous and a flow. It is like a nadi pravaha, that bhakti pravaha. That's why bhakti is compared or metaphorically referred to be a pravaha. It is not yesterday bhakti, today bhakti. It's a constant bhakti. Therefore, Narada has written a book on Narada Bhakti Sutras. So there, bhakti is a continuous pravaha. When you have that bhakti pravaha, and because it is a mahiyas, then you will be able to go get into the portals of adhotshaja. See, sametya adhotshajam. So here we have been introduced the name to Narayana as adhotshajaha. So he is adhotshajaha, means he always looks upon the people and cares them very much and makes them fruitful in their living. I think so. That's why adhotshajaya namaha, Narayanaya namaha, Pushkarakshaya namaha. So Pushkarakshaha, Adhotshajaha, Meenakshi. Somebody asked the other day, I think Meenakshi, some other person that I say Meenakshi, Vishalakshi, Kamalakshi, etc. We have got so many names because the looks of Devi have wonders to work upon the journey of our life. Karuna Kataksham. That's why Shankaracharya in Saundarlahari or in Sivananda Lahari gives a lot of descriptional knowledge how best could be the Drishtipata of Devi and Devas, Paramaswara. Atla adhotshajam sametya bhakti pravahena. So ultimately, samasta bandha nas, burning. All strings upon this earth can be relieved. That's why unless you remove string by string, then only the knot becomes unknotted. Like that. Now please repeat. Kamalagaru Chapandi. Adhotshajalamba. Adhotshajalambam.
I don't know how. I can't read it.
286 slokam. Adhotshajalambam.
Sorry, uncle. Adokshajalam.
Adhokshajalambam. I'm just splitting and giving you the talk, the concept. Iha shubhatmanaha.
Iha shubhatmanaha. Iha shubhatmanaha.
Sharirinaha.
Sharirinaha. Sharirinaha.
Samsmruti chakrashatanam.
Samsriti chakrashatanam. Samsriti chakrashatanam.
Tad brahma nirvana sukham viduhu.
Tad brahma nirvana sukham viduhu. tad brahma nirvana sukham viduhu.
Budhastato bhajadvam.
Budhastato bhajadvam. Budhastato bhajadvam.
Hrudaye hrudishwaram.
Hrudaye hrudishwaram. Hrudaye hrudishwaram.
Rayah kalatram.
Rayah kalatram. Rayah kalatram.
Pasavasutadayo.
Pashavasutadayo. Pashavasutadayo.
Gruhamahi kunjara kosha bhutayah.
Gruhamahi kunjara kosha bhutayah. Gruhamahi kunjara kosha bhutayah.
Sarve arthakamaha.
Sarve artakamaha. Sarve artakamaha.
Kshanabhangurayushaha.
Kshanabhangurayushaha. Kshanabhangurayushaha.
Kurvanti martyasya.
Kurvanti martyasya. Kurvanti martyasya.
Kiyat priyam chalaha.
Kiyat priyam chalaha. Kiyat priyam chalaha.
ఎంత బాగుందమ్మా ఈ శ్లోకాలు రెండు. సో దిస్ ఈస్ ఆల్ ది టాక్ బై నారద ఇన్ భాగవతం, ట్రైంగ్ టు మేక్ పీపుల్ టు ఓపెన్ దెర్ ఐస్. కమల గారు చూడండి, ఇఫ్ యూ ట్రై టు రిసార్ట్ టు ఇన్ భక్తి టు అధోక్షజాయ నమః, అధోక్షజాలంబం ఇహ అశుభాత్మనః శరీరిణః సంస్కృతి చక్రశాతనం. సో the memory in the person holding the body will be really bettered. Actually, whenever we take sarira, there is called Ashubha Atma. That Ashubha Atma has to be cultured, and that will be, when once the Ashubha Atma is turned into Shubha Atma, then what would happen? That status is called as Brahma Nirvana Sukham Viduhu. Actually, our mind will be always thinking more and more negativity, more and more fear, more and more grief. మనకు వచ్చిన ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ ఏంటంటే దుఃఖము, శోకము, అండ్ దెన్ భయము, అండ్ ఆల్సో క్లీబ్యము, డిఫిడెన్స్. ఇవన్నీ కూడా అశుభాలు. అటువంటి అశుభాలు వదిలిపోవాలి అంటే we have got to resort to bhakti to adhokshaja narayana. Then we will have the samspruti, then we will have the memory, a better memory. We remember all the past good mind and deeds, and that kind of status, when your mind is pure, when your atma is pure, that is sharirika, manasika, vachika, dosha parihara, papa parihara, roga parihara taking place. That status is called as Brahma Nirvanam. And that Brahma Nirvanam, when once you got Brahma Nirvanam, what is that Brahma Nirvanam? How like it is? Then it is Sukham. So Sukha Nirvana, even Lalita Sahasranam also, the Sukha Nirvanam is being granted by Lalita Parameswari for all her devotees. Nirvana Sukhadayai Namo Namaha, Nirvana Sukhadayai Lalitambikayai Namaha, Kadamago. So Nirvana Sukhadayinyai Namaha ani అమ్మవారు నిర్వాణ సుఖాన్ని ప్రసాదిస్తుంది, అధోక్షజుడు నిర్వాణ సుఖాన్ని ప్రసాదిస్తారు. అంటే అధోక్షజుని యొక్క శక్తి ఆదిశక్తి స్వరూపిణి మహాలక్ష్మి, మహాసరస్వతి, మహాకాళి, వాట్ ఎవర్ ఇట్ ఈస్. కాబట్టి నిర్వాణ సుఖం విదుహు. విదుహు మీన్స్ నో. దట్ ఈస్ వాట్ పీపుల్ రికగ్నైజ్, that when once you have got this Hrudayiswaram, if you are able to resort to Hrudayiswaram, Hrudaye tataha bhajadvam. So Hrudayan lopala, ante You have to have all your emotions. Hridayam means emotions. So you have to have all your emotions. What are the emotions, Saraswati? It is one for agraham, and then trapa, and other things. All these are unfortunate emotions which are seated in the heart, and they have got to be controlled. And then Ishvara will open the eye. And now, how do you do it? What are the things that make our body, mind ashubham? Now, our Rishi, Sukha Maharshi, is giving a list of them, which are all taken as a chalas. Chala andre temporary. కొంచెం సేపే వాటి గురించి మనకు అనుకూలంగా ఉంటుంది. కొత్త వింత పాత రోత అంటారు కదమ్మా అను. కొత్త వస్తువులన్నీ వింతగా ఉంటుంది. ఓ ఇదే అని. పాత పడిపోతే అయ్యో దీన్ని పారేస్తామనిపిస్తుంది. అలాంటి బుద్ధి ఎక్కువ ఉంటుంది అమెరికాలో. ఇండియాలో రిపేర్ స్కోప్ ఉంది కాబట్టి తీసుకొని రిపేర్ చేసి మళ్ళీ అదన్నే వాడతాం. బట్ హియర్ దే విల్ త్రో సంథింగ్ రాంగ్ కదండి కమల్ గారు. రిపేర్ చార్జెస్ విల్ బి ఈక్వల్ టు బయింగ్ న్యూ అని అనుకుని కొనేస్తారు. కాబట్టి నో ప్రోడక్ట్ విల్ రిమైన్ లాంగ్ టైమ్ ఇన్ ది షాప్స్ ఇన్ దిస్ కంట్రీస్. బట్ అక్కడ అన్ని రిపేర్ చేసుకొని మళ్ళీ వాడుకుంటాం. ఆ రిపేర్ చేసుకుంటాను నేను ఇండియా తీసుకొని వస్తే వాళ్ళు అరుస్తారు, వద్దు పడేసమ్మా అక్కడ వద్దు ఇక్కడ వద్దు. సో అటు కాకుండా ఇవన్నీ చలములు. ఏమిటి? వాట్ ఆర్ దోస్ చలమ్స్? రాయ అంటే వెల్త్, సంపదలు. సెకండ్ కళత్రం, స్పౌజ్. బికాస్ there is no happy couples in the world at all. సంపదలు, వెల్త్, రిచెస్. రాయావయం రాయస్పోషేణ అంటాడు ఋగ్వేదంలో. మనమంతా ఓవర్ లార్డ్స్ అవ్వాలి. వాట్ ఫార్ యువర్ ఓవర్ లార్డ్స్? రాయ ఫార్ మనీ. యూ షుడ్ హ్యావ్ కంట్రోల్ ఓవర్ యువర్ ఓన్ అక్వైరింగ్స్. అందుకే సొంత ఆస్తి అంటారు. నిజ ఆస్తి, నా సొంత డబ్బుతో కొనుక్కున్న ఆస్తికి వచ్చే విలువ ఇంకొకరు ఇచ్చిన తర్వాత సంక్రమించిన ఆస్తికి లేదు. If you get property from your father, there are claimants. But if you buy the property by yourself, by your own money, then you are the sole owner for that. Nobody can object. Like that, adanta rayaha. Rayaha is raya also means having wealth, at the same time desire to share the wealth also. Raye asman Agne naya supatha raye asman. Why do you think of Agni? He has to give you eligibility to share that money to others. సామాన్యంగా వచ్చిన సాలరీ అంతా పెండ్లాలకి ఇచ్చేస్తారు మగవాళ్ళు కొంతమంది. కొంతమంది వాళ్ళు తీసేసుకుంటారు. ఏమయ్యా డబ్బులు ఇవ్వయ్యా అని అడిగితే అయ్యో మా భార్యను అడగాలండి అనే మహానుభావులు కూడా ఉన్నారు. మా కేంద్రానికి కొంచెం డబ్బులు ఇవ్వండి సార్ అంటే, వెయిట్ సార్, ఐ లాస్ట్ మై వైఫ్, షీ అగ్రీస్, ఐ విల్ గివ్ యూ. ఇలాంటి మహానుభావులను కూడా చూసాము. ఎందుకంటే వాళ్ళకి స్వాతంత్రం లేదు. వాళ్ళు సంతకం పెట్టి శాలరీ తెచ్చుకుంటారు, కానీ ఇంటికి వస్తూనే పోతుంది స్వాతంత్రం. కాకుండా నిధి అంటూ కొంచెం పెట్టుకోవాలి. దట్స్ వై షడ్భాగము ప్రతిష్టంతి రాజానహ అంటారు. అంటే మీ అర్నింగ్ లోపల 1/6 పోర్షన్ అట్లీస్ట్ మీ పాకెట్ మనీలాగా పెట్టుకోవాలి. మిగతావన్నీ డిస్ట్రిబ్యూట్ చేయగలిగితే మంచిది. ఒకటి దేవుడికి, ఒకటి ఇంటికి, ఒకటి ఇంకోటి సేవింగ్, ఇంకోటి అయినప్పటికీ ఒకటి అనేది మీ దగ్గర ఉండిపోవాలి అనేటువంటిది మన శాస్త్రంలో చెప్తుంది. ఆ ఒకటి కూడా ఇచ్చేశారంటే యూ విల్ బి ఇన్ సూప్. కాబట్టి ఏమంటాడు? కళత్రం. రాయ కళత్రం ఉంది, వైఫ్ అండ్ హస్బెండ్ అండ్ స్పౌజ్ అంటారు. సో ఇద్దరు కూడా సమానంగా ఉంటే రథం బాగుంటుంది. దేని పంచర్ వచ్చినా కూడా, ఏ చక్రానికి పంచర్ వచ్చినా గోవింద. కాబట్టి కళత్రం చలం. అండ్ పశవ క్యాటిల్, సుతాహ సన్స్, డాటర్స్ చెప్పలే చూడండి. సో డాటర్స్ ఆర్ బెటర్ టు పేరెంట్స్ దాన్ ది సన్స్ అని చెప్పుకున్నారు. అందరికీ నిజంగా అనుభవం వస్తూ ఉంటుంది. సుత ఆదయ అండ్ గృహాహ, హౌసెస్, మహి ల్యాండ్ సైట్ వస్తున్నా అయిపోయింది. ఓకే. మర్త్య, సో the human beings are life in the body. And again, Kunjaraha, elephants, Kosha, treasure house, Bhutayaha, Pranulu అంటే friends. And ఇవన్నీ కూడా ఏంటి, వాట్ ఆర్ దీస్, అర్థకామాహ అండ్ క్షణభంగురాహ. కానీ ఆయుస్సు చూడండి, యూ కాంట్ ఎంజాయ్ దెమ్ ఫర్ లాంగ్ టైమ్. అండ్ సో చంచలాహ, సో ది మర్త్యస్య కియత్ ప్రియం సంచరంతి. సో ఆల్ దీస్, హౌ మచ్ హ్యాపీనెస్ దే గివ్ టు ది మ్యాన్, టెంపరరీ. తర్వాత యూ గెట్, చెప్పానే, కొత్త వింత పాత రోత, ఇవన్నీ కొత్తగా ఉన్నప్పుడు చాలా బాగుంటుంది. సో కళత్రం అన్నప్పుడు, స్మాల్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్, ఫస్ట్ ఇయర్ ఆఫ్ మ్యారేజ్ ద మ్యాన్ స్పీక్స్, ద వైఫ్ లిజన్స్. సెకండ్ ఇయర్ ఆఫ్ మ్యారేజ్ ద వైఫ్ స్పీక్స్, మ్యాన్ లిజన్స్. థర్డ్ ఇయర్ అండ్ మోర్ ఇయర్స్ బోత్ స్పీక్, అదర్స్ లిసన్ అని సామెత ఇంగ్లీష్లో. సో కళత్రం ఇస్ చలాహ. సో ఇలాంటి గొడవలు లేనివాడు అదృష్టవంతులు కూడా. ఎనీవే, సో ఐ స్టాప్ హియర్. వెరీ హ్యాపీ we could see, and I hope next week also we continue, depending upon number of factors.